miss it? I haven't touched a gun in 10 years. After what happened that night. FBI, show me your hands! I just put my sword down, you know. Without that bad luck, I never would have met Sarah. I never would have had my kids. I love you.
You better.
It was so much fun. I want to know, first of all, why make a skyscraper the scenario for this movie, and why do you think it is a perfect scenario for an action movie?
Good.
Well, for me, I've wanted to make an action movie since I was about 8 years old, and Skyscraper is a love letter to the films that I grew up on: Die Hard, Towering Inferno, The Fugitive, Cliffhanger. So I wanted to make an old school kind of action film with new school tech, so that's why.
Well, you know, for us, we built, Ross and his sets, they were built to scale. So yes, we weren't 3,000 feet up in the air, but we were about 100 feet up in the air. It was very high, where I was on wires, so it was about as safe as we could make it, hanging upside down from the side of a building that he built, or his designers built it. So we wanted to make sure too that we put me in elements, and put me in elements where it felt as real as it could feel. So when I'm hanging upside down and it looks like all the blood is rushing to my head and I'm scared, it's kind of real. Like I'm kind of scared.
Mr. Sawyer, you are the first family we've had in the residential section of the Pearl. After your security assessment, what do you think of the building?
The Pearl is the most advanced, super tall structure in the world. It's a breathtaking achievement.
But
No one knows what would happen if things go wrong.
Hello, boys. Let it burn.
the 96th floor is on fire.
Sarah, listen to me. The fire is not gonna stop. Keep going up. Don't stop. Don't look back.
Get back!
Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't understand. My family's in there.
Turn around!
See the Pearl for the first time, I was really impressed and I loved it. Do you remember a moment like that for you? You visited a place that made you feel that astonished?
Well, you know what, actually we were just in Hong Kong and we didn't shoot there, but I was mesmerized by that city. You know, the Pearl was obviously inspired by the buildings there, and what I hadn't expected about the city is the architecture and the buildings are just amazing, but it's the way that nature complements the city. You know, you'll have these big skyscrapers and then you'll have sort of these jungle trees wrapping themselves around it, and I thought that was really beautiful.
Okay, don't look down. That was dumb.
This building is protecting something that I want.
We can't let them find what's hidden here.
You're going to get it from me. Anything can be done with the proper motivation.
No!
But I also find it very funny, the duct tape part
Oh, yeah.
of the movie, because I think there are underrated
Yes, a lot of
things.
uses for duct tape.
Let's take this minute then to appreciate an underrated thing of movies that you think should be more appreciated.
Other than duct tape?
Yes.
Craft service. The craft service table. When you've done a 17-hour day, the coffee at craft service is absolutely necessary.
They will make the day better. Thank you.
We gotta do this together.
I'm scared.
It's okay to be scared. In order to be brave, you gotta be a little scared.
One of the quotes I loved in the film is, we have to feel a little bit scared in order to be brave. So which fear do you think has helped you the most throughout your careers?
I think for me, a fear of failure.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big driving force, and a fear of having to work with Dwayne for the rest of my career.
It's a big fear.
I think it's, you know, it's the same thing where they say if you're calm going on stage, you're about to do a play, you may not do a good job because you don't have the adrenaline that you need and the sharpness that you need. I think I certainly relate to it in that way.
How about for you?
I would say failure too as well, because nobody likes to fail, and when we do, you always want to make sure that you're trying to learn your best from your failures. So I do have a fear about that. I also fear the devil white man.
Oh, gee. Yeah. I'm sitting right here.
Dad loves you.
Hold on, baby.